Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening, both in-house as well as virtually. I'd like to call this meeting of the Board of Trustees meeting for our budget hearing and a called meeting. And I need an approval of the agenda, please.
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Guthrie. Have a second? By Ms. Crosby. Any discussion? All in favor? 7-0. Again, I'd like to welcome everyone, and I'd also like to just say a quick thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank all of our board members that have been out all week delivering donuts to our teachers and to our schools, and that we've taken days to do that just to show our appreciation to our teachers. And I'd also like to open the floor that if there's something that any of our board members would like to say regarding the Teacher Appreciation Week, you're welcome to do so at this time. So do I have anyone that would like to share a message or anything with our teachers? Anybody?
I'll go. I know all of us could say
right
something.
ahead.
I just, you know, I know all of us say the same thing over and over and over. We love our teachers, and I'm looking out. We love our educators. We love our teachers. What they do every single day is unbelievable as is, and then you add in what we've had to deal with this past year. It is just mind-boggling what our educators are working with. And so again, what they do and the success they have and the love that they have for our kids and our children, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farnsworth. Ms. Wimberly?
Yes, I completely agree with Mr. Farnsworth, and would also like to express my sincere gratitude to all our teachers. Thank you so much for your dedication, your commitment to your students and to what you do. I've heard all of us say this up here, but it is so true. The people in this district, the teachers, are what make us as phenomenal as we are and what holds up our excellent reputation. So as a board member and also as a parent, I offer my sincerest thanks for everything that you do.
Thank you, Ashley. Mr. Mitchum?
Well, we're going to run out of nice things to say next time somebody else go first and second. Now, I'd like to echo the sentiments of Mr. Farnsworth and Ms. Wimberly. As you know, I've had 2 children. I still have 1 child in the district, and I've firsthand seen how great our teachers are and how great our team is and how everybody works together. These teachers work hard for these administrators work hard, and it's just I know oftentimes it's a thankless job, but truly we appreciate everything that our teachers do for our district and our community. I know it's Teacher Appreciation Week. I think it should be Teacher Appreciation Year, but thank you very much to all the teachers that are out there. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchum. Ms. Robinson?
Well, I would feel ungrateful if I didn't, or ungrateful to the teachers if I didn't also say my thoughts. The resilience that you have had, we all know that where the rubber meets the road is where the teachers teach. And you have done a phenomenal job in spite of so many hardships that we've all had to go through. And I hope Mr. Wilson won't mind, but when I went to deliver donuts today, he just said, Ms. Robinson, it's been hard, but let me tell you, they've done so good that come next year, they are going to be exploding because they have had all this to deal with, and when it's a normal year, you are going to see all kinds of wonderful things. So thank you for the present, and I'm already looking forward to next year.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson. Mr. Guthrie?
Right. I say thank you to all the teachers. You truly are what makes this district what it is. We can't do it without you. You're a backbone of the district, and especially for this last year, I know the board doesn't make always easy with some of the decisions we make, but definitely thank you for everything that you've done and just keeping everything together and teaching classes. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Guthrie. Ms. Crosby?
I know as a former teacher, we don't feel like we get appreciated enough, but y'all have gone above and beyond this year because of all the catastrophe you've been through, really. But I'm grateful for each one of you. I appreciate you, I support you, and we just can't say enough about you, and we thank the administrators for being there to support you as well. When I walked into Somerville Elementary School, and Ms. Hughes had asked us to make an announcement on the loudspeaker to say something about thank you to the appreciation or whatever, and when I said that, my great-grandchild's teacher said, Braylon says, well, that's my grandma, when he heard my voice on the loudspeaker. And so they were grateful, and she was grateful, and emailed me later. So we are grateful to each and every one of you, and we thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Ms. Crosby. And I'd just like to echo everything that everyone has said. We all feel the same way. And as we have made our trips into the schools the last couple of days, and we've got one more day to go, I can tell you that it has been as much of a rewarding, I think, experience for me to be out there in the classroom or in the schools with you and able to have a conversation with you. Everyone has been so grateful. And when we've talked, when I made the announcements and stuff like that, I always involved the kids, and I always asked them to give an applause to their teachers, and so it got the kids involved. They were all excited. And but something that I want you to remember is during all of this, with everything that we've had to deal with, we have asked so many things of you. We have asked you to do so many things that are way out of your comfort zone, and we've heard nothing. We've heard no complaints whatsoever. You have actually just stepped up to the plate. You've done what was needed. You've continued to do your very, very best in making sure that our children were getting everything they needed, including academic-wise, social-wise, and including all the love that they need. So we appreciate you, and as I have ended every one of my speeches, I am proud to be a member of Team Dorchester, and the best thing I can say is go Team Dorchester. So thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you've done and are continuing to do. Now, if everyone would just stand and let's say our Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next on the agenda is public comments on agenda items, and I have no public comments. So we're going to move on to, I'm actually going to forward this over to Mr. Mitchum, who is our chairman of our budget committee, and let him take care of the next portion.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. Ms. Meunier has presented several times to the board and to public our budget, and just wanted to ask, are there any modifications or changes? Okay. Would you mind coming on up? Thank you, Tina.
Absolutely. Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, Mr. Pye. As Mr. Mitchum said, we've talked about the budget a number of times, so y'all could probably give this presentation just as well as I can. For our FY22 budget, we are proposing $225,932,045 for revenues, and for our total expenditures of $225,932,045 as well. So that will bring us to a balanced budget. So after our public hearing the other night, I didn't receive any other items to add or any areas to change or consider, but do y'all have any further questions that I can answer about the budget? If not,
Would you
then-
mind just reading off the list of our prioritized list that we have, our needs, or our needs that we're needing, or our wants?
The
Can you
critical
just-
needs that were not included in the budget?
Absolutely. Could you just
Sure.
read that off, just so that we can?
Yes, ma'am. Some of the items that we had noted were Transportation Department salary adjustment, elimination of the retiree reduction, increase in substitute pay, increase in other salaries for other classified folks, I'm sorry, from our 2017 salary survey. Reinstatement of guidance counselors at the elementary level. SROs at 2 schools in North Charleston that don't have uniformed officers. Increase in per pupil allocations to the schools. And then increase in full-time adult support daily rate. Those were the items that were discussed but not able to be included in our budget, but we'll still keep those. Yes, ma'am?
What was that you said about North Charleston?
There are 2 schools in North Charleston at this time that are sharing uniformed officers, so they don't have their own specific uniformed officer. They are covered by inside security officers, but they don't have uniforms they're shared.
And that was put on there is to pay for those, if we had it?
Yes.
Yeah, those are the 2, correct me if I'm wrong, those are the 2 officers that were furnished by the city of North Charleston originally, and because of the short staff,
Correct.
city of North Charleston is no longer
to
supplying
cover
those for
those.
us. So we're having to pick that up so that we can actually have a uniformed officer in those schools, right?
If we were to pay for those through Dorchester County.
Yes, we would use Dorchester counties to pay for those. And the reason why we're going through Dorchester County, again, I know I just said this, is because of the short of people, officers that North
In the
Charleston
city of North
has.
Charleston, that's what they've told us, yes, ma'am. See, you know the budget presentation as well as I do, yes, ma'am. You've said it perfectly.
Yep, okay. Any other questions about any of the items, or?
Okay, so at this time, if the board is in agreement with our FY22 budget to be presented to county council on Monday night, if the board so pleases to adopt a balanced budget for FY22 year, that would be great.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to accept the fiscal year 2022 general operating budget for presentation to Dorchester County Council.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Farnsworth, a second by Mr. Mitchum. Any further discussion? All in favor? 7-0.
Wonderful, that is wonderful. We have the next item. Mr. Mitchum, do you want to start that, or?
No, I was just going to say, would you cover the next item, Ms. Meunier?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Thank you.
So as we were talking about, the state legislature actually unfroze the teacher salary scale in March, April of this year, and they have directed us to pay a lump sum payment to our teachers prior to the June 15th payment, June 15th timeframe. So we presented that on Monday when we talked about our last public hearing. And we also proposed that all DD2 employees that are not on the teacher scale to receive what an average of a step increase would be of 2%. We had that included in the FY21 budget. We did not have the step increase that was coming from the state, which they are sending us the funds for that. We just haven't gotten the money yet. So because that's not included in our FY21 budget, if it's the board's pleasure to provide that lump sum distribution to all employees, we would need to ask for approval on that as well.
I would make a motion that we accept the recommendation to pay the lump sum by June 15th as previously stated on the budget presentation.
Okay, I have a motion. Ms. Crosby, second the motion. Any further discussion?
So is that, I guess technically that's kind of a catch-up, if you will,
Yes, sir.
from unfreezing?
From unfreezing the scale so that they can actually get their step increase for this current year. And it is, so it's retroactive and is moving forward.
What, do you know roughly what that expense is, the amount of that lump sum?
I think for the teachers, we had 2 million, and for the non-teachers, or for the classified staff is $1 million.
Okay, so 3
So
million
3 million.
total. And then is the entire 3 million covered by the state, or will some of that come out of our operating budget?
Some will come out of our operating budget, which we had included the classified piece already in our budget. And then the local portion of the teachers, we had included that as well. So it's the portion that we'll be getting from the state that's not covered right now.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Ms. Hughes, I just want to thank Tina for all that she's done, because this has been, I mean, things have changed constantly with legislators and all this, so thank you for always being abreast of what's going on so we can get done what we have to.
Well, you're welcome. It's definitely been a team effort, and Billy has helped me out tremendously. It's our budget department right here, and again, Mr. Pye has been really involved in the budget process, and as all of y'all have been too, and asking great questions, so it's definitely a team effort. Thank you.
Well, I just want to make a statement because I went to the State Teacher of the Year banquet last night, and while at the banquet, I was approached by someone who used to deal with Miss Duke in our district, and he was talking to me, and just to continue with the accolades, he said to me, "You have the best financial department of all of South Carolina."
Agreed.
So,
Yes, that's
just wanted to let
wonderful.
you know
Thank
that
you.
we were getting kudos in Columbia
Oh,
last
good.
night,
Oh,
so
good. I'm so
thank you
proud.
very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Any other comments or concerns? Okay, all in favor? 7-0.
Wonderful. Our employees will be very happy. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, if no one else has anything for the good of the board or the district, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Mr. Guthrie, second. Ms. Crosby, any discussion? All in favor? 7-0. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.